I blame Ginger on that one. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 241. Nothing crazy about that number. We are back with an absolutely fantastic episode today. It's UFC London. I'll admit, this card, you kind of look at it, you kind of take a little gander, top to bottom, and you kind of left looking around and like,
this shit kind of
That is
mid.
what happens when 13 of the 28 fighters are either making their debut or have a 50-50 or less record in the UFC. Nothing positive. And the only person who has more than 4 fights within those 13 is Austen Lane, sitting at a good 1-4. So it's like...
What, Sam Patterson's at 4-1.
I'm talking about the people that are
without
50,
a winning record.
Yeah, without a
record.
winning record.
Yeah.
Austen Lane is the only one who has more than 4 UFC fights in there. So it's like, it is hard to find the excitement in there being there's 5 people debuting, bunch of people that are 0-1, 1-1, maybe 2-2, 1-4 in Austen Lane's case, 0-3 in Tricoli's case. Is
then if you start throwing in the fighters who are like 1-0, that adds in Brandao and who was it?
Yeah, there's a couple people that have just a 1-0 record. So even with it being positive, they fought one time. So it's very hard to, Axel, Ewell, Luke Riley,
It's one of those things where I definitely feel like it for the region and everything. I feel like you're probably going to have a lot of people show up, and they're probably going to have their person, their guy that oh man, this person's fighting, and like it'll probably do really good in like the gate and everything. Like I expect all that to do fine, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, just overall star power, overall just meaningful, exciting matchups. It's one of those things where you could always end up with a card and you're looking at fights and you're just like, okay, this is fun. This is going to be good. But it's like, I feel like, especially just thinking about like just off like the White House card and just everything. It's like, of these matchups, other than obviously the main event, which we'll get into, which honestly, even really with the main event doesn't kind of fit under this because but what fight did anyone ask for? You know what I mean? And obviously we don't have a lot of meaningful fighters, so it's not like people are like asking for any of these people to be matched up specifically. But that's where it's like, even with the main event, it's like nobody wanted to see Diego in the last title fight. They wanted one of these two gentlemen in Movsar Evloev or Lerone Murphy being in that title fight, as one of them should have been. There's no reason for them to be fighting each other on this Saturday coming up, other than the fact of they want to cancel one of them out. Yeah, because neither of them are popular enough, so one of them has to get a little bit extra of a bump over the other to cancel the other one out, and then to be like, okay, we finally have to do this fight. Which
it's kind of crazy considering like John Silva is out here. Obviously, like who knows how true it is, saying he's signing it to fight Volk in the next like couple weeks or whatever. Like,
oh, did he say it was against Volk? Because I saw him say that he had big news coming, which like who knows what that could be? That could be a top 5 spot. That could be a title eliminator. That could be the title. You know what I mean? But I didn't see him actually drop Volk's name. That's crazy.
I just saw it earlier. I don't have the direct quote in front of me, but like, it's just like, of course we're doing this fight because why not?
Bro, I said it to Jimmy that I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing that.
No, 100%.
Not that he deserves it. Not that he should be in there, but it's like they literally went to Diego.
Why wouldn't they go to
Yeah.
John Silva? No, I understand. It makes sense. Like, and then like what you're saying, Jimmy, like who asked for any of these fights? Like, the only thing that I can really say to that is like, and this is just a personal thing with me, is I was asking for like CLD to get a ranked fight next. I just didn't care about who. I just didn't care for who. Roman Dolidze makes the most amount of sense, but like
that's fair. I was gonna say MVP asking for a welterweight opponent. He got that.
He did get that. He asked for it, but we didn't.
Yep.
And even if we did ask for it, we were like, oh yeah, like Colby, like Gilbert, you know, not unranked Sam Patterson.
It's like we'll get into that more with MVP, but the flub of UFC and MVP is crazy. But
No,
the main event, though, let's get into it. The reason that we're all here, the biggest fight of the night. Movsar Evloev, 19-0, undefeated in the UFC, undefeated in his MMA career, taking on another undefeated fighter in Lerone the Miracle Murphy at 17-0-1. Both of them just very solid overall, very well-rounded fighters. Obviously, everyone just always thinks of Movsar as the grappler. This dude's got pretty good striking, too. It's one of those things where it's like, it'll always baffle me on Dana White's reaction to him and Arnie's fight, because it's just like, that was just such a good fight.
Yes.
But apparently it was the worst fight ever that he's ever saw. So it's just one of those things. Obviously people are not fan favorite. Like, neither of these guys are fan favorites. They do not have the fans behind them. But I do think that this will be I feel like this is going to be a good fight overall, because it might end up being one-way traffic, honestly.
No, it honestly could be. I will say this, though, like, with what you're saying with, like, neither being the most popular, and I do agree with that. Lerone is coming into this fight with a little bit more hype on him because of that Aaron Pico knockout. Like, yes, people are saying, like, oh, it was over a debuting guy, it was a Bellator guy, whatever. It's still insanely impressive to get a spinning elbow knockout in the first round and all that. So it's just like, and he was coming in with a bit more hype than he normally would be.
Yeah.
So there is that. More people might be behind him because a lot of people don't like Russian wrestlers. So
yeah,
who knows?
And then Movsar specifically, just because he is just not a finisher. He's gone to a decision in every single one of his fights since he's gotten into the UFC. So, like, doesn't help that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But I honestly think that Movsar is going to win. Like you said, with like the one-way traffic, it's like, on paper, Movsar Evloev's like takedown accuracy is not great, but he goes for it all the time and takes down every opponent. The one person he didn't was Mike Grundy, which is really funny.
That's hilarious.
But like Lerone, on the other hand, gets taken down in the majority of his fights. Obviously, he comes out on top in these fights, but he's not fighting somebody like Movsar. You know what I mean?
51% takedown defense.
Yeah. It's not great, and like I said, just gets taken down in the majority of his fights. And then it's like, when you look at his wins, with like his best wins being over like Josh Emmett, Dan Ige, Barboza, like those would be his best three. That's 24 and 25. Those are older versions of them. That is not their prime versions of them. And it's just like, damn, bro, yeah, you knocked out Aaron Pico, to your point, making his debut from Bellator. He does get knocked out. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter, but it's not like he has like some granite chin that Lerone just went out there and cracked it with some, you know?
Yeah.
But now he's actually fighting like top tier level and high grappling. I just don't know if he can hang with it, man. You're out here getting taken down by fucking everybody. You know, like Makwan Amirkhani got you 5 times. Like,
were they in the first round?
Yeah, it's just like you know what I mean. It's
yeah, I get it, because even with you saying that, like, Movsar doesn't have like the greatest takedown accuracy, like, it's one of those things where takedown accuracy versus defense, the metrics of being good, those percentage differences are vastly different.
Yeah.
Movsar being at 48% takedown accuracy, that's pretty damn fucking good. Basically, every other takedown you're shooting, you are getting your opponent down. And that is fucking good. Like, that is damn fucking good.
Average over 15 minutes, he gets 4.67. He basically gets almost 5 per 15. Yeah. So he is shooting 10, getting 5, essentially.
Yeah, and like, that is really good. On the flip side, to be getting taken down every other takedown you defend, that's horrible.
Yes.
That is not good at all. It is legit something where, like, in terms of just the numbers and the percentage, you would to really think of like, oh, he maybe has good enough takedown defense to actually hang with someone like Movsar, even though we haven't seen someone like wrestle like the caliber of Movsar. You would want to see above 80% easy. Above 80%.
Yeah.
You're at 51. that
was about
is
to say,
so not good.
And what?
Like
The best grappler you fought so far is Josh Emmett? At least in terms of takedowns.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
and again, Mark
is Zubaira. Like like Zubaira in his debut, which he went to a draw, and then like Josh Emmett, and then honestly Aaron Pico, but that was which even then, like, fight lasted 3 minutes 21 seconds.
Two off on you.
He still scored 2 takedowns. Obviously, he was not able to hold him down, but it's like he's still getting him down. I definitely believe Movsar's ability to hold someone down is better than Aaron Pico's. Like, he 100%. Has shown that much better. He has fought much better people in this division that have better grappling defense, and he has done very well to continue his style, continue his onslaught of just winning decisions in the UFC. And it's one of those things, man, where it's like Movsar, like, I'm pretty sure it was an interview with I think it was Submission Radio recently that I listened to him, and it was just kind of funny to me, where it's like I know a lot of people would just definitely like, just, I don't know, just probably like just laugh at him, just kind of call bullshit, but it just him saying that, like, he doesn't really have like a game plan when he goes into fights. Like, literally, like, the thought process is, I'm just gonna move forward on this person and, like, obviously go for takedowns. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's just pressure. Like, that is his mindset. Whatever ends up happening in the fight, whatever his opponent throws at him, he's willing to roll with the punches and just change whatever he has to do. Like, he can go and roll and flow in a fight with the best of them in this division. He has proven that thus far. Lerone Murphy has not. Yeah. And it's like, man, I know Movsar has not gotten a finish in the UFC yet, but I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is his first main event.
Maybe he needs extra 10 minutes.
I really would not be surprised if 4th or 5th round he ends up getting a late finish over Lerone Murphy, especially if he is constantly taking him down, if he's constantly beating him up on the ground and just making him work, making him get back up, making him, like, because that's the thing. It's like Lerone is hard to hold down.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's going to, deter Movsar at all. And I am really not worried about his overall cardio for 25 minutes either. So it's just like, yeah, bro, keep getting up and keep on getting put back down. Yeah. What is that going to do to Lerone Murphy's cardio? Because it's like you said, he gets taken down in a lot of his fights, but it's like, I'm pretty sure the one that he's gotten taken down the most in was the Makwan Amirkhani fight.
No, it was
Zubaira. Okay, he got taken down 6 times and he was controlled for 9.5 minutes.
Now, Lerone Murphy,
and so it's like, even with that, like, goes to a draw over 3. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and to your point, like, this is Movsar's first main event. Lerone has gotten 2.
Yep.
He fought Emmett and he fought Edson Barbosa. And in that Barbosa fight, lands 220 significant strikes, goes 4 for 6 on takedowns. So, like, I'm not too worried about his cardio either, considering he was going for takedowns. He only got 5 minutes, 19 seconds control time, because, again, Barbosa is someone who's also very hard to keep down.
That's fair.
It's one of those things where, like, I don't think either are going to be, like, I'm not going to be worried about either of their cardios, per se, but, like, I do think that Movsar will be able to wear him down more, not so much in the cardio, but just in, like, terms of, like, potential damage, because he will be the one putting him down, putting him against cage, knees to the body, knees to the legs, little pitter-patter shots in the clinch, or when they're actually on the ground. Like, I feel like he might be able to wear down Lerone a lot more than Lerone is going to be able to wear on him.
Yeah, that's fair. I also, like, I don't think he'll get exhausted, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did end up more tired, though, than in those other main events, because it's very different when you're the one leading the pressure versus getting pressured. And so it's like, even when you're the one on top, like, trying to hold someone down, but you have the ability to bail out and stand back up. But now you've gotten taken down and you have heavy pressure on you, and you are not even just like, are you working hard to get out of there, but even just like your own adrenaline for that situation. Like, I could definitely see him, like I said, I don't think he's going to, like, gas, but I feel like he could end up slowing down more than he did in the Barbosa or fight.
And honestly, that's like my exact thought too, because it's one of those things where it's like overall Lerone is the type of fighter that does like to fight off the back foot. He does like to, like use feints, find the openings, draw his opponents into traps. You know what I mean? Like he definitely fights that way. So it's like Josh Emmett, Edson Barboza. It's like he's giving them the ability to pressure at their moment, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like he's so much technically better than him, and both of them, that it's like being able to like lead the dance still, to your point, even if he's like on the back foot. And that's where it's like with Movsar, it's not, I just don't think it's going to be that way at all, where he's going to be able to just groove around the cage and make it his kind of a fight. I feel like right away this is going to be Movsar's kind of a fight, and that's where it's like over 3 rounds, if you've gotten taken down now, well, who knows however many times based on like the control time that Movsar is getting off of each of those takedowns. But it's like, if he's just constantly getting up from takedowns, but now he's at like 8 takedowns, Movsar's gotten like 8-9 takedowns through the first 15 minutes or some shit like that. It's like, that is a different level of pace that Lerone has not dealt with, especially in the grappling. That it just, cardio levels are so different from what you're used to and how you're able to output it. So it's like, if he is not used to that, just even that pace of grappling so much, so fast, he could have great 5-round cardio to do all of that work against Edson on the feet and all that. But just fighting a little bit faster than what you're used to, that cardio could go instantaneously. Like it.
Yeah, no, because even with him like pushing the grappling, it's like he averages 1.4 to the basically 5 of Movsar. It's like, yeah, I wonder how that's going to affect him. And if he can hang in there, that's fucking awesome for him. You know what I mean? Like, that is some insane fucking cardio for sure. But yeah, might be rough.
No, yeah, I'm not necessarily disagreeing that he will get, that's potential that Lerone is more tired. That's why I'm saying I think he'll wear him down more, but not so much like gas out Lerone Murphy. That's what I was trying to say with that. Not so much that it was going to be. Good.
Oh no, yeah. It's like if at any point in the fight, Lerone, like, it's like he's getting up, like the 3rd round ends or something, and it's like you're watching him take like 10 seconds to get up off his feet or something, and like the real huffing. It's like I would definitely be surprised. Like, damn, bro, you got tired like that.
Yeah.
But it just getting tired enough where just over time, the trying to keep up in the hustles and in the situations, in the flow, like it's just going to slowly get worse and worse and worse till he could possibly get finished late in the round. Because now it's like, just 4th round or something, Movsar grabs an easy takedown, gets to side control, and just starts smashing with elbows or something. And it's like, if at that point Lerone just doesn't have it in him to get back off his feet again or something, you know what I mean? It's like,
no, yeah. And that's entirely possible that might happen, but it's like not, I wouldn't predict that, basically.
Yeah. Because then, at least, and then, because, just obviously expecting Movsar to win, think that he's going to win, so just, mainly focusing around that. One thing that I will say, at least in Lerone's favor, is Movsar has not fought anyone close to the overall fight IQ of Lerone Murphy and the movement of him. So that is definitely something where it's like, if Movsar is just like, I'm just going to go forward, and he's just being very predictable and obvious about things, it's like, I could definitely see the avenue where it's just, you can't be that simple and just expect like, I'm just going to move forward and it's going to work. Like, Lerone is smart. That's why, like, guys like Josh Emmett who does go forward and does throw big shots, he like did grapple him, whatever, he still lost it over 5 rounds because it's like, it's not enough. You have to have an extra gear, an extra just level of thought to your game, which I expect Movsar to have. But I would not be the most surprised if Lerone shows that it's like, no, I am just a way more tactical fighter, and is just, no matter what, Lerone is getting taken down in this fight, and he's going to have to fight off his... Like, that is just a guaranteed fact.
To be fair, Josh Emmett did take him down 4 times, was moving forward, was trying to get him down. He was unable to get a takedown in the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah.
So that's a potential thing that could happen in this fight, where Movsar is getting tired because he has to be shooting 15, 16, 17 shots, and it's just like he gets exhausted, or Lerone is able to time a couple of knees where it doesn't like completely rattle or knock out Movsar, but it like rattles him and stuns him, and that's entirely possible. We saw him do it against Makwan. So
Movsar does have a chin on
that's
him.
What I was
though.
gonna say. It's like
I've never
see it being rattled.
Yeah, like he's one of those people that I feel like because he's such a heavy grappler
Mhm.
and there is so much grappling within his fights that it's never talked about. But he is one of those people that eats stupid big shots, acts like nothing happens, and just proceeds to move forward. Lerone has been dropped a couple times, you know?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
So like if Lerone actually hurt him, I would be shocked because
I would be too.
I cannot recall him ever looking like anything's phased him.
Yeah.
And the only reason like it wouldn't be the most like shocking is I'm saying like if he timed like a knee is because that's just his motion putting all his weight down the knee and all that. Like if it was like just if it was a straight right hand that hurt him, I'd be like, okay, that's just fucking shocking. But
yeah.
Also,
that's where like I agree with you, where it's like because that's where Lerone is not a finisher, but that's where it's like he is very smart. So that's where it's like with the last one with Aaron Pico, it's like, yeah, bro, you're just walking straight forward, and as soon as he gives a feint, you're just ducking off to the side. Like that was just such an easy setup within a few minutes to fucking see the timing and just execute on it, you know? And so that's where it's like, yeah, if Movsar is just stupidly pressuring forward, would not be surprised if Lerone could time something big like that and to just land something huge. But that's where it's like, even if he does land a spinning elbow or a knee, it's like, does that actually put Movsar down? Like that's where it's like it's such a good fight. Like these are two of the best, if not the two best fighters in this division right now. Like Volk is obviously a legend. He is great. At this point, just getting older, it's like I just wonder how much he would be able to hang, just hang with both of them. You know what I mean? Like, especially whoever comes out on top. Like, who knows? But
that'd be very interesting. We know like Lerone, because he's such a tactical fighter and like such a like mover. Diego would have a hard time with him. Diego's obviously gonna have a hard time with Movsar because of the grappling that we saw him in it. Like, short nose for him, but short nose for both guys in that fight. So, full camp, I think Movsar does better in that fight.
Bro, the way that Diego would win that fight against Lerone, but he would piss me off for the entire fight leading up to him getting a finish because he would clearly lose every second and struggle everywhere. God, that would be so frustrating. But holy shit. But it's just I feel like he would find the way. He would find the punch to sit him down. He would find the takedown in a sub or something.
Again, we've seen Lerone hurt. It's possible.
Yeah. But yeah, man, good fight at the top of 145 pounds. Big fight for the division. It's like at this point, man. I like with you bringing up at the start that fucking Jean Silva saying that he's gonna fight. That truly infuriates me and just pisses me off so much. And it's like it's just keep doing shit like this, and you are going to start hurting the hardcore fan base. Like, it's just, you're gonna start ruining the sport, man.
Right, because it's like, in less than a year, you're telling me that Diego lost twice to Volk and Jean lost to Diego, and now Jean's gonna end up with a confirmed fight or, in talks with Volk within a year? 1 fucking year?
Yep. Well, beat Arnie by decision and showed that that's good enough to get a title shot when you have these two guys on fucking 9 are they 9-fight unbeaten? I believe, right?
Yeah, because he has the one draw.
Yep, and then 9-fight win streak. So like it.
Well, I guess it's still a 9-fight winning streak though, because that was in his debut, the draw. So.
No, yeah.
He's 9 it.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how that fight plays out and what opportunities the winner gets. And all I know is the loser of this fight is fucked.
Yeah.
You might as well just fucking try and get out of your UFC contract and find something else to do because you'll probably make more money that way.
And
either one.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, like, especially for Lerone Murphy, it's like bro's gonna be 35 in a couple of months. It's like if he loses this fight, yeah. he's extra fucked because at least Movsar has the little edge of just turning 32, so he's still got years ahead of him that if he wants to be active, he could rack off some wins, you know?
Yep.
But if he's not, then he's only getting 2 more wins and he's fucked too. Like
also, just kind of skimmed through this bloody elbow report. But yeah, according to the reports, the featherweight title fight between Volkanovski and Silva is practically confirmed to take place on International Fight Week this coming July. And I mean, like, the thing is, I get your frustration with it. Volk wins, probably not fight. He's going to take damage in that fight. He's probably not going to fight till next year. John Silva wins. He wins more than likely through a finish. And is someone who likes to be active. We might still see a Movsar and or Lerone in a title fight by the end of the year.
Unless Kevin Vallejos gets himself a top 5 win and then they want to run that rematch for John Silva's first title. If they actually
like get John Silva to win and then like they're like, all right, throw Kevin Vallejos to like the give him Yair Rodriguez, have him win that, and then you do that rematch. That's possible.
Because it's also like with you saying just like Volk wins but like takes damage, it's like even if Volk wins, if he gets banged up in that fight, he's retired. Because like he even said it after the last Diego fight that it's like if he got like real like banged up in that fight, like that probably was gonna be his last one. Like he knows that the time is coming to an end. You know what I mean? And it's like he's not looking to fucking end it by getting flatlined. You know what I mean? So it's like I really feel like he has a tough fight with John Silva in any way. He's done right then and there, and that's gonna be it.
You know what we get then? If like Movsar wins. And then if Diego wins on the White House card, you do Movsar versus Diego 2 for the vacant title. Either way, I have a storyline.
I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out.
I have a rematch storyline for the title fight. Either way, I win. I'm playing both sides. So either way, I win.
He's bub. Co-main event. It's like I get that they're trying to push Luke Riley, man, but it's like you
could have easily kept it as the featured bout while still pushing him, and it'd be fine.
Yeah, it's just you could have opened the main.
Listen. Like, do you want to? I'm probably the only person on this planet that will defend this fight for as meaningless as it is, because it's like, Luke Riley 1-0. Michael Aswell Jr. 1-1. It means nothing divisionally. It's not changing anything. It doesn't do anything for anyone.
Yeah.
Bro, this is going to be a banger.
Yes.
No, yeah.
An absolute fucking banger. MVP, like, the feature bout MVP and Sam Patterson, that, the way MVP fights, like, depending on how Sam Patterson fights too, could be very exciting.
Sam Patterson does like to come forward. But that is there's
always a path for things to not be fun. So it's like, just in case that one has the potential path, there's our palate cleanser in between the two for the expectations of excitement. You know what I mean? Like,
I get that, but it's like if that fight goes crazy and then you just have
Movsar and Murphy
over and over again, and just like, bro, the way that that's gonna feel so extra terrible, especially for the UK crowd there when they just watch their boy go off, and now they're watching their boy just get fucked. Like, that's gonna feel
obviously
awful.
You want the bad before the good, but it's like something's gonna happen, you know? But it's like that co-main event is such a fucking banger.
No, it is.
That's a great fight. Excitement. That I'm excited for that fight.
I get it. And I guess for me, that we're just one of those things where it's like, you could have had as the main card opener or whatever. It's just like, as the co-main event, like, to just like especially talk about fights. It's like I'm sorry.
Nothing.
It's like I'm sorry. I'm not a Luke Riley super fan. I didn't watch I've watched highlights of his Cage Warrior career. I knew about him all like throughout all these fights, but I'm sorry that I didn't watch every single one, and so I know everything about him as just a guy that fought one time in the UFC that has 0 grappling and got a comeback win over Bogdan, and then versus a 1-1 Michael Aswell. It's like I am not a super fan of either of them. So there's just nothing to talk about with the fight other than that it's fun, and that's just why it shouldn't be the co-main event.
Yeah, but let
Yes.
me add to that is apparently that's Luke Riley's thing. Is
Yeah,
that he
I-
regularly
know
like
that.
I'm not saying that
Horrible
I'm not saying that in a
thing to-
defensive way. I'm not defending him. I'm going off your point of like apparently he just be getting taken down and then gets back up, or the next round starts and then he knocks people out or ends up winning a decision. Like yeah, so that's where I truly don't understand the point of pushing him, because like how are you going to push someone with negative grappling in the 145 division?
And you want to know what's fun? The guy they match him up against, never been finished before. 3 decision losses.
Yeah, no, he just goes out there and throws like fucking like 300 strikes in the matter of 15 minutes. Like, and eats a lot of strikes in there too. Like, he never shoots a takedown. Neither does Luke. Like that, it's gonna be
that strike's absorbed at
for as long as
8.
it lasts. It is on the feet. Neither of them have been finished before, so if it goes to a decision, it's a 15 minutes on the feet of war.
Yeah.
Landing almost 10 strikes per minute, but absorbing almost 8 strikes per minute. That is actually insane.
Yeah, maintaining that across what 3 fights that they have stats
3
for now?
fights.
4 maybe.
Ogden
Okay, I wasn't sure
Grad,
if there was a contender series in
Oki,
there.
and Almeida. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
He's maintained that through 45 minutes of fighting.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Great fighting to watch, though.
Yep, that's very. So yeah, should be good fun, but just really not too much to go off that. They will definitely push Luke Riley if he continues to win, and I understand. Because like I said, he is a fun fighter.
Yeah, he is a fun fighter, and I understand that they're going to push him, but like we were talking about right before the podcast, man, once you get past like some of these lower end content, prospects and stuff, man, things start to get scary once you get up to that top 15.
Yeah, it's just like that. Bro, you're like Bogdangrad is not good. You know what I mean? It like that. It's got a lot to work on.
No, yeah,
Like,
because
we'll lose many fights before the top
Mhm.
15. Well, I mean, he won't because they won't match him that way. But
yeah, but even then,
they
like
won't
once you
give
get
this
to the
man
top
that
15,
opportunity.
especially like if you were even to book him right in like the bottom end of the top 15, we all feel like Melchizedek Acosta is going to be top 5. Yusuf Zalal, Lerone Murphy's still going to be there. Movsar's probably could potentially be champ. Every single one of those is a nightmare matchup. You got Sean Silva, who isn't particularly a grappler, but has submission game. And yeah, it gets scary up there, man.
Yeah. But he is young, still new to the UFC, so definitely got time to work, but definitely has to. This featured bout, man, it's like at the end of the day, I really do feel like we end up with an MVP KO. So that's going to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, like I said at the start, truly baffling to watch the matchmaking experience of fucking MVP. Like, what it from the start, they have just shown they have no fucking idea what to do with this guy, what kind of fights to put him in, where to put him, or like how to extract the proper value out of him, how to get good fights. Like, it is.
To be fair,
they suck.
The first fight they did, Kevin Holland, made complete sense. I understood that one. Ian Gary still somewhat made sense. In all honesty, really. Him versus Shara, that was just weird, but he wanted a middleweight fight, I guess, so that made it's once they decided to give him Cannonier where I'm like, okay, what are we doing here?
But I think what Jimmy means is because, like, even with Ian Gary technically making sense in the fact that he's relevant and ranked, it's the styles and matching him up to actually have a good fight. Because it's like,
because real quick, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
It just like a question, both of you. If you were to describe the style of opponent you would like to see MVP fight to have a good fight, how would you describe that fight?
A low-level striker that's just going to move forward with absolutely no defense.
See, I was basically going to just say, give him, like, basically just Colby Covington on the feet, even with that grappling, he's still going to get knocked out. So, basically Colby Covington, just pressure forward fighter with either decent to maybe, like, above average striking, but is just gonna pressure forward and just throw.
Yes, more or less. You guys
Yeah.
said the same thing, you know. Shara, Ian, Kevin. Is that how you would describe any of those fighters?
No, but even during like the Kevin fight and even before it, I did like that one.
No, and it's like and it's like
But
that one
outside of
wasn't
that-
bad. But you that's
But like
just,
his fights have just been
Mhm.
really boring since he's gotten here. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. Every single one of them have gone to a decision, and that's not always necessarily a bad thing.
Mhm.
But when the most strikes you've landed in the total of these 15 minutes is 43 strikes against Shara, it's like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
the activity is very minimal. The actual fight is very minimal. That's where it's like you put Sam Patterson in there. It's like he does walk forward. He does try to go for it. But it's like, I'm still kind of genuinely concerned if MVP is going to go for it. Or is he just still going to be like, I'm just going to play the back foot. I'm going to hit you with these little shots. But it's like, he hasn't been sitting down on things like that. He hasn't been hurting people. Like, you know what I mean? It feels like he hasn't really been like doing a lot with even his wins. It just feels like he's just point fighting.
Yeah.
And it's like, if he's just going to point fight Sam, he's not knocking him out. I know Sam's 2 losses are knockouts, but those were both at 155 when he had no fucking business being at 155. So with that being said, if he's not going for it and trying to sit down on these strikes, I don't know about it, you know? He just might try to stay out the way and point fight Sam Patterson. So that's where I'm like, it might not be boring, but it could be boring. Like, I'm not putting much hope into this fight because I've been disappointed a lot this year. So I'm not putting my hope into MVP. Like,
you know what would have been a better fight? Him versus Carlos Leal.
Yeah.
Carlos Leal goes forward, goes for it
There you
every
go.
single time.
Yeah, because honestly, because it's like with you saying of just like, because the one like the Kevin Holland fight was where he easily sat down the, and that was in all honesty the only fight out of all of them where he had a fairly easy target, because Kevin Holland just fucking stood in front of him with zero ability to deal with the speed. So yeah, he just wasn't doing shit for a while because like obviously Kevin's lengthy too. So like, but it's like there were the moments where he would just blitz in and smash him with elbows or whatever. Kevin Holland just got a fucking chin on him. Like Kevin Holland is fucking tough. So he's not doing shit to him, you know? Sam Patterson, he's gonna walk forward, he's gonna look to finish MVP, and he has been knocked out multiple times before. Like, he is either going to finish MVP or MVP is going to find that one shot on him. It's not like MVP is going to be like, oh, I'm landing 30 strikes on you in the first round. You know what I mean? He might only land 9 to 10 or some shit like that in the first round, but one of those is probably going to be the one that puts Sam down, you know? And that's where it's like,
no, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Definitely better with like the matchmaking, but it's also like the style is better. But what the fuck is this name value of like
Sam
fucking Patterson? Yeah. Like it's just it's crazy.
It's like you had your UK fighter in MVP. Why throw Sam Patterson in there?
No, you could have had both of them on this card, not fighting each other, and just like done that. You could have taken Tricoli off the card, honestly. Had Patterson fight. I don't know. Have him fight. Have him fight fucking Chaos Ones for all I fucking care. That works.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just
it's like, yeah, I won't be surprised if this ends in fun. I'm just not putting any hope in it, you know?
I get it.
Right.
I definitely I do expect it to be fun, but I definitely get your hesitancy towards it.
My hope is from Sam.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
And really, and my thought is that MVP really should be
better.
Like, just so much better that this should be an easy for him.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fair.
But we shall see how that does play out. All I know is that if MVP wins, I don't know, man.
Like, what comes next?
Yeah, like he'll fight fucking Arm shit next. The fucking
the guy.
Be the shit they do.
No, I know he'll fight someone stupid, but even though like he is booked right now, another perfect fight for an MVP would have been Buckley.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What you thinking?
Because I'm just wondering of like, it's like I'm just wondering if MVP would actually be too mobile and too fast, that it's like Buckley isn't gonna really, like, he's not gonna have his moments of like, oh, I'm gonna explode here, because like he's just never confident to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. MVP will back up though. Like, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it definitely interesting. I feel like more than likely it ends up being fun, but I'm unsure about it, and just interesting is like I still would have been way more happy with that. Like it's so much more fun.
But we got the perfect like counter fight with him already. Like him versus Sean Brady is such a they're each other's perfect counter. You had to do that fight.
Yep, exactly.
So,
rest of the main card, not the most there. Like,
I don't care. I'm excited for this next one. This is gonna be so funny.
I mean, it's
bro. The numbers on this from Ewo versus Evo. Okay, so this is Ewo versus Austen Lane, but Ewo from that one fight with fucking Evo his strikes landed are 14.31 and absorbed are 17.61.
But you gotta remember, he also had the contender fight.
Oh, okay.
Which actually makes that crazier. That between two fights, he is landing almost 15 strikes and absorbing almost 18.
Okay. There was only a total of combined 9 strikes thrown in his contender series fight, so that makes more sense.
Okay, but in 20 seconds though, they're extrapolating this out to 15 minutes.
It's so ridiculous how that fucking happens, man. Like, and just because that's it, just like
his total fight time right now is 1 minute and 49 seconds, less than 2 minutes.
I know
they have to extrapolate to 15.
I know, and that's why it's just so funny, where it's just like, because the thought of like that's the rate at which somebody gets hit, is just the most preposterous.
Because obviously I know it's the way they do it, but it's just funny to look at.
I know, because it's one of those things where it obviously, but it's like, because even with that extrapolation, it's like you're still negative differential. That's even worse.
But that's why I'm excited for this fight, because you're telling me we get to watch Austen Lane. We get to watch him knock out Austen Lane in goofy cartoon slop fucking regional fashion. I don't give a fuck. Let's get it
down to 205, man. Like, this
means nothing. It shouldn't be in the UFC. It should probably be in the regionals, but I'm excited.
Yeah, like this is glory, pure glory right here, man.
Damn, his opponent's combined record is positive too.
Yeah.
When he was 1-0, he fought one guy making his debut, and 2-0 fought a guy that was 6-6. But everyone else had a positive record, so it's not even like across the board in his few fights up until the UFC was like 0-3, 1-2, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Why the fuck did
this in this division? But I know at some point he's getting knocked out spectacularly.
He's fucking getting bonuses and having fun. That's what he's doing in this division. Okay.
Yeah. Why did this guy stay on the regional scene? Not on the regional, sorry, in the amateur circuit for 21 fights?
That's crazy.
He was in the amateurs till he was.
Muhammad Makayev shit, trying to get that experience. I mean, shit. Two fighters that have fucking a shit ton of amateur experience, 2 undefeated pros.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just insane because he is 27. It's like with Makayev, like part of it was also he was like what 16, 17, so he couldn't legally fight professional.
No, yeah, but like it's definitely one of those things where
I do think
obviously a vast majority of situations for fighters, like when they start like training like early on and like whatever, they're probably not in a situation where they could just take 20 amateur fights. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they probably need to make money off of all of these fights.
Yes.
But it's like if you're in any sort of position that like you can have an extended amateur career and like you're not pressed for money like that, and you can just get the reps in. You do it by all means. Like there's no reason to rush to the money. Like get that fucking experience in, because it's like, I mean, obviously it's like skill wise and everything.
That's what they do in boxing.
It's not like it's done the most for this man,
but he's also a 205er, so it's okay, I guess.
Exactly, and to the point he's still undefeated, and he made it to the UFC. So that shows proof in the pudding, you know.
No, yeah, and that's kind of the thing that I'm just like. The thing is, like, boxers do this all the time where they have, like, an amateur record that's, like, 50-20 or some shit, where they go an insanely long time in the amateur scene. But, like, yeah, if you're able to do it, do it. Like, obviously, like we've said, a lot of these guys don't really have the opportunity to be able to do that. So,
Yep. Let's go. See what that fight at 205 produces. Should be slop. Should be fun though.
Yep.
I really, honestly, I just feel like Roman Dolidze versus CLD is going to be a bad fight. That's my opinion.
Probably.
I think it's going to be boring and bad. Probably a whole lot of clinching, and I feel like at the end of it, I'm going to feel like CLD should have lost it, but he's.
I don't know if I'm gonna feel like he should lose it against Roman Dolidze.
I feel like Roman's gonna end up with like over 10 minutes of control time with clinching CLD on the cage.
I wonder if CLD is gonna be able to knock him out.
I think so. Honestly.
Bro, it's like I know you always like I feel like you forget sometimes when thinking about him, but it's like he does get majority knockouts. You know what I mean? Like he's won 2 decisions, gotten 1 submission, he's lost 2 decisions. I just wonder, it's like, especially the way Roman looked in his last fight against Fluffy, where he was just getting beaten and battered. It's like Fluffy is a big finisher when it comes to submissions, but it's not like he's the biggest striker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like to just watch him like kind of just fuck him up. I'm like, damn, I wonder even if CLD is more patient and like whatever, I just wonder if he can land that big shot that has him rocked and then gets to it. You know what I mean?
That's fair. And I guess that's where it's like I just don't think he has that same kind of pressure that because that's where I really feel like with Ron, he just mentally folded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he just got absolutely crushed by the will of Fluffy in that one. Like
that's fair.
But to your point, it's like CLD is a much bigger puncher, so it's like it's just like big opportunity for him, first top 15 opponent. So it's like if he just goes out there and he's like, I'm looking to crack and fucking take my spot, it's like who knows if he like just Roman getting older, been around for a while, and just might actually be able to be the one to get that first knock.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I just want to ask this.
Yeah.
Last 3 fights, how do you think they went for CLD?
What do you get? Like 2 knockouts, 1 decision?
Yes. And his last 2 weren't even like, a straight right hand. No, spinning back elbow, spinning back fist into punches. Like,
yeah, but
before that, Andre Puliev, who is hard to knock out. RoboCop.
Yeah, bro, we're talking about he fucked down Marco Tullio in air.
I know, I know, but
like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's very different than fucking fighting a guy who's been in the rankings for probably like 6-7 years at this point.
No, and I get what you're saying with that.
Like,
but then you look at but then look at Roman's record. The hardest hitter he's fought is what? Phil Hawes? Legitimately, look at his record. Who is the hardest hitter there?
I feel like you just gotta say Smith on size, right?
Probably, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah, but I also feel like that doesn't really count when it's 2024 Smith,
Kevin Holland?
But I wonder Kevin Holland's punching power at 185 versus 170. Where's that at?
I feel like it's better.
Is it better?
Like he probably has more knockouts.
He's always back and forth. I don't keep track. I'm genuinely asking. I'm not questioning like the statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he's gotten more knockouts at middleweight.
Alrighty then. So then it's probably Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
But also, again, at middleweight, his knockouts were against an older Jacare Sosa, Joaquin Buckley, Anthony Hernandez to the body, and that's it. So, like,
he's only scored 2 knockouts at welterweight, so yeah. And it's fucking Cowboy Oliveira and Ponzi. Both of those a shell of them fucking selves when he fought them.
Yeah, and like you can say the same thing about Jacare. He was basically like done in the done when he fought him, right?
That's true, but that fucking like that like to just fucking like
No,
touch
I
him
know,
from
no.
the bottom, like that was pretty crazy.
No, that was crazy. And then Anthony Hernandez and Joaquin Buckley. Buckley's the only one who's like, yeah, that was impressive, especially at the time. And then like with Hernandez, like I said, it was a knee to the body. That's how we knew Fluffy was weak to the body, was the Kevin Holland fight. We saw it. We saw him get hurt multiple times after that to the body. So,
but yeah, it's like I definitely get the point that it's like he has not like fought
he's
people
also
to
been
truly
taking
test his chin like that. But like
he's also been taking a lot of damage these past couple fights, like just in general.
Yeah, like, that's where I'm just curious if he can
Yeah.
crack him or not. You know,
that's fair. It's definitely fair.
So that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying like he is gonna win by knockout. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying like there is a possibility because he has been taking damage. CLD does have good power. And again, it could be one of those situations where Roman's trying to go in for a clinch and CLD just hits him with a crisp 3-punch combination, gets him hurt. Because he has been hurt before. We saw it against Nathaniel Imavov. And then he's able to just finish him with either ground and pound or just knock him straight out. Like, that's a possibility.
Yeah. We will see how that one plays out. See if CLD is able to ranking after this weekend. But yeah, and then the other one, Curtis Campbell,
The Pink Panther.
making his debut.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fighting Danny Silva. Danny, solid fighter. Lost to Campbell-Danny in his last one. No shame in that.
I was about to say 2-1 in the UFC, right?
Yep. Crazy what like that he hasn't fought since losing that fight to him, and what Campbell has gone on to do since beating him.
Yeah.
All the opportunities. Awesome. But it's also just like not a bad loss. Not like he's got great wins either. Danny Silva. Split decision wins over Josh Cooldown and Lucas Almeida. Not too great there.
Yeah,
it's not like those are
missed
terrible
weight in the
fighters,
Cooldown
you know what I
fight.
mean? But but just nothing spectacular. Probably just end up being a fun fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
On the prelims, though, that's honestly like
I have 2 fights I'm excited for on the prelims. That's it.
or
3. I'm sorry.
I usually have all the card because it's one of those things where it's like the main event's over. Be like it should be like the biggest one.
Yeah.
So it's like looking at the main card, you take out the main event. I really don't have anything that I'm just like super like, I'm just like, I can't wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prelims though, there's honestly some good stuff that I do like.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like that's what like how we were talking about in the beginning. It's not that the card is awful. It's just you shouldn't have this much meaningless stuff on one card, even if they're gonna be fun. Make the main card a bit more things that fucking matter, and then do this with the prelims, and it's totally fine, bro. But holy shit, you know? Because it's like, there's definitely some bangers on the prelims as well. Definitely excited for some things.
I was about to say, I think all 3 of us would agree that the last 3 fights on the prelims are like a lot. There's a lot like we're excited for. Like, yes, Mario Pinto was supposed to fight Mick Parkin, but it's good to be able to see him. All right, get another win. We get to see if there's any wrinkle that he's going to do in this game with this game plan, or if he's going to strike, just try and knock him out on the feet. Nathaniel
Ginger,
Wood.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Did you just suggest that all of us care about the last 3 fights on the card, and you brought up a heavyweight fight?
You agree that Mario Pinto
think I give a fuck about Mario Pinto or the guy that he's gonna beat making his debut?
She ain't never given a fuck about Mario like that. I've given a fuck since this. She don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry, I had to. I don't give a shit.
That's right. That's right. You care more for the Louis Sutherland and Brando fight.
They can both also go fuck themselves. I don't. Heavyweights are done. I'll support Steven Asplund. And I guess Vitor, he did okay.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
But all 3 of us agree on the last 3 fights of the prelims.
Super meaningful. Very impactful.
But yeah, Nathaniel.
But it's like with Nathaniel Wood and Losene Keita, I do think that should be a good fight. And Mason Jones and Axel Sola, I'm very excited for
that. Should be a great one, yeah.
Yeah, because I know Keita, I'm pretty sure he's double champ from Octagon, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, for the lightweight. So it's like 16-1. Got a very solid record. His one loss was a foot injury in the first round, a minute 8 seconds in. So it's like doesn't have a real legit loss. It's one of those things where like, I mean, who knows it? who knows exactly how that happened, but it's like, I don't know, even if he threw a kick and it got checked, broke his foot or something, it's like, come on,
Yeah,
it's minute in. You know
right,
what I
you didn't
mean?
get to
Like,
tell shit the actual like fight, you know?
Yeah.
Their skills didn't mean anything. It was just one of those things.
Surprising, he didn't ever go to refight. But either way, though, it just double champ from Octagon. Excited to see what he could do coming into the UFC. All I know is this motherfucker. He's making his debut, but he's already walking a tightrope.
Mm-hmm.
You can't start it off by
Missing
getting
weight.
Patricio Pitbull and missing weight, brother.
Yeah.
And by
That's-
3 pounds at that, like 149 is big.
Yeah.
Like it just shows you. Like, I fucking love Nathaniel Wood. I absolutely do. I've been such a fan of him. I thought he's been such a good fighter for like just since he's been in the UFC. He has always showed such good, solid technical skill. There is a giant difference in name value between Patricio Pitbull and Nathaniel Wood.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking up your like that opportunity by missing weight is gonna do.
Yep.
You go out there and lose this one. Yeah,
Bro might get cut. Like
I would not be surprised.
God
But it's like you probably get one more, and if you lose that, you're out. Like that. That's.
I was about to say, God forbid he misses weight again.
Oh yeah, dude.
He'd be
miss weight
done.
and you lose.
So I'm like hopefully he doesn't, because it's like he has been at lightweight since like his last fight at featherweight was in 2023. So like I know he tried making the excuse of like, oh, I've been at lightweight, didn't have enough time, blah blah blah. Don't accept the fight if your body's not going to be able to make weight. But let's just hope that since he was originally supposed to fight Pitbull at 145 in September of last year, that now that it's March, that he's worked to get those couple extra pounds off and be in featherweight shape. If he's not, he's fucking done, bro.
Oh yeah. He missed by 3 pounds.
Yeah.
This has been way enough time to be able to sort that shit out.
Yep. And because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're a double champion, like you're coming into the UFC at the lower weight class of what you were double champ, but it's also like we just saw the situation with Patchy Mix, brother. They signed you as a featherweight. Don't think because you were a double champ that you can get to fight at lightweight in the UFC. That is not what you got signed for.
Yeah. Like
Simple
Patchy like came out and said that he wanted to move up to featherweight, but the UFC was like, no, we signed you at bantamweight. So you're fighting at bantamweight, and he lost and it was done. Like they wouldn't let him move up.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, no assumption that you can just be switching weight classes.
Yep. And it's like, and that's where it's like with being like just having to walk a fine line with that. Like Nathaniel Wood in your debut, bro, that is a rough out. Like
He's 10-3 in the UFC.
Yeah,
like
it just he is such a good fighter. Started off at bantamweight. It definitely like just was not his best weight class because I think it was the Charles Rowe. Yeah. Since after losing Casey Kenny, moved up. Charles Rosa, Charles Jordan, Andre Fili, lost to Muhammad Naimov, but then Daniel Pineda, Morgan Shire, Jose Delgado. Like, he has been looking super good. He has gotten some very solid wins. Just another one of those guys where it's like talking about Movsar of like just always getting decisions. It's not like he always gets decisions. He's had a couple of subs, but especially since moving up, it's been only decisions. He's not a finisher. That's not his game at all. But he is a technical, crafty fighter. And if Keita is not on point, and especially it's like to make the weight if he's really struggling or something, like, bro, he really might be fucked. So he's got to be dialed all the fuck in for this Nathaniel Wood fight.
I'd say now that I'm thinking about it, Nathaniel Wood, like, realistically could be in Luke Riley's future. And that is a stylistic nightmare for Luke Riley.
If they want to see good things for Luke Riley and they care about him, they will never, ever, 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 ever do it.
No, I'm not saying like they would. I'm saying like for most other fighters who they're not trying to push, that guy is in their future, and that is scary.
Like, I would definitely honestly, even if like that fight were to happen like soon type thing, would not be surprised if Luke Riley would be able to find a knockout. I would definitely say that. like I would not be surprised if it ended up in the fashion of like he's getting taken down, whatever, and he just happens to find it. Because it's not like Nathaniel Wood is tough, but it's not like he has the best chin.
No,
He
yeah.
could definitely get rocked and stuff. And Luke Riley might just go out there and put on big enough strikes that he does, because that's
fair.
It's one of those things where it's like, because he's not a finisher and he is super technical, it's like I feel like in those moments where you have like a supremely physical fighter in front of you trying to be a little bit too technical, it's like you it's not accounting for the physicality aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
So that's where it's like I feel like he could get caught, but would definitely favor him to win.
But like, it's one of those things again where it's like, yes, but it's the situation of, we just go back to the BMF title of, yes, every fight starts on the feet, but if you're getting dragged down in the first 30 seconds of every round and you can't get back up, it really doesn't matter that it started on the feet.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so that should be a good one at 145. And then Mason Jones, Axel, that is going to be a banger.
Yeah.
Mason Jones is a fucking dog, bro. He's just one of those fighters. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's why I'm excited for it. It's just always a fun fight with him.
Yep. And Axel, it seems like a very solid, promising prospect. Six wins by knockout, 4 by decision, 1 by sub, undefeated fighter, 11-0 in his career.
I was about to say, moving back to his regular weight class of 155 instead of fighting at welterweight.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of those few exceptions where they brought him in short notice, but then we're like, yeah, we'll sign you for the rest of the fights at lightweight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is just funny because it's like he has the size of a welterweight with being 6'2", 74-inch reach, you know? Like,
bro, I
huge
forgot
lightweight.
how big he was.
Yeah.
I definitely remember that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Weirdly enough, 6'2", 74-inch reach, 0-inch reach advantage in this fight.
Yeah,
while being 4 inches taller,
yes.
Like, that will always forever just be one of my favorite things about MMA. It's like, you guys just built funny, you know? Just like, how is this possible? How are you 4 inches taller, but the fucking wingspan is the same? You know, like,
yeah.
But yeah, that should definitely be a fun fight. Very excited for that. Great, very smart for them to put that as the prelim headliner. Just great positioning there. Aside from that, they're really not prelims for me, at least. I don't know. I know you.
Yeah, like
Chanel Dyer.
I was gonna say, like, I'm excited for Chanel Dyer to make her debut. She puts on fun fights. Ravana is also just a general striker, so like I just feel like that should probably be a good fight, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it, man.
Yep.
We got Shamrock.
Yep.
Who did he?
Melissa Mullins.
Who did he lose?
Lost to Naroa Leva. It's like, didn't he get fucked up in his last one?
We got Mantis Toboggan, MD.
It went to a decision, but he, if I remember correctly, he was getting fucked up.
Yeah. I feel like it.
Let me look at the...
Yeah, not too much there, but yeah. Should be some fun fights, hopefully, especially through the bottom end of those prelims.
No, it was just them both. So the fight ends with just over 4 minutes of control time, with a total of 14 takedowns attempted between the two fighters. They managed to get 2.
Awesome.
High level stuff right there. It's hard to take down opponents when they're real high level, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. But yeah, so that's UFC London. I didn't even like bring it up as anything beforehand, but I just thought about it now. Just a quick little, what the fuck is PFL doing not letting us watch their fucking Madrid card? It's just it's one of those things. Like, what?
Throw a title fight on it and give it no broadcast.
No broadcast. Middle of a Friday.
Yeah.
What are we doing, bro? I thought we were doing better this year.
Hey, at least we got MVP and, Netflix doing the right thing. They might be able to...
I mean, wait, are you saying that sarcastically? I'm fucking super hyped. That's gonna be the biggest card of the year, hands down.
Like, I'm saying it like semi-sarcastically just because they only are... This is their first event, so it's like... They're not a legitimate number 2 right now, but like... if they are able to continue doing like the cards that they're putting together and put together some pretty decent cards, they're gonna outpace the PFL easily.
Bro, the PFL would have to do events for like 5 years straight to hit the number of views that they're about to hit on this event. Like that's like they are going to like. Bro, I really feel like the upper end of that, like a ridiculous amount of people. Wasn't the Jake Paul Tyson one like fucking like 70 million or something like that?
It was something stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if that wasn't too far off. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
But fuck PFL. Not letting me watch their shit.
Yeah.
But that is everything for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully we get to sit back here after this weekend of fights and talk about the first ever Movsar Evloev UFC finish.
Mm-hmm.
Peace out, everyone. Let's go.
Now that you said it, it's gonna be a draw.
Oh.